Yes, today is the day. Another table topper clash. India versus South Africa at the Eden Gardens. Weather is fine. Pitch has been dubbed a bit tricky, but it is flat. And we are all set for two teams that have already qualified for the semi-finals. Yes, because of Pakistan's win yesterday against New Zealand, it assured that South Africa would be the second team after India to officially qualify for the semi-finals. So now you have two teams who are officially qualified for the semi-finals, two teams who have been eliminated. Bangladesh and England have been eliminated. South Africa and India are in the semi-finals. Now, Fakhar yesterday stole the show and he really went viral with one of the most exhilarating knocks that you could get in this World Cup. 126 of 81, 11 sixes in that, lot of records broken, and because of that, the PCB have announced a special cash reward for Fakhar 1 million cash. That is the reward that Fakhar has been awarded to for ensuring that Pakistan continue to stay alive in the competition. That knock yesterday in a chase of 401 at 25.3, they were 200 for 1. It also ensured that Pakistan kind of got lucky with the DLS method because remember, they could plan their chase accordingly. They could set targets accordingly because they knew that the rain was in the horizon in a short while. So that's why they planned their innings accordingly. And because of that, Fakhar played one of the best knocks that could ever come. So his wonderful 126 has ensured Pakistan stay alive in the World Cup. Now, two spots are done, two are remaining. One, you can all but say for certain that Australia has ensured that they will be the third team. Because remember, their victory over England has put them in a rather good spot. But ahead of the match against Afghanistan, already there are a lot of sparks flying because Naveen ul Haq posted a message on his Instagram, on a story on his Instagram, where he stated that you didn't play Afghanistan for human rights reasons. You didn't play us in a bilateral series. Why do you want to play in an ICC ODI World Cup with us? Why don't you give us the 2 points? Why don't you not turn up? It's a cheeky dig at Australia because remember, Australia had not wanted to tour or play Afghanistan in a bilateral series. A test match was cancelled because of the way how the Taliban government treat women in the country there. Their women's team has not been allowed to progress, and that's why Australia were one of the few nations that said that we are not going to host Afghanistan for the one-off test, as well as for a couple of series there as well. Now, will Australia take the drastic step and ensure that, we are not going to play the match in Mumbai? See, firstly, neutral territory. Fans who bought tickets could be robbed, and that's why you don't want to displease the fans. But if there is a nation that wants to ensure that they do not want to play the other because of some political tensions, it has happened in the past in the World Cup. England versus Zimbabwe in Harare, 2003. Because of the political tensions that existed and because of the Robert Mugabe regime at that time, England forfeited the game against Zimbabwe in Harare and ensured that 2 points went to Zimbabwe. On the other hand, New Zealand and Kenya, New Zealand had some security concerns which were kind of 50-50 at that time. They didn't travel to Nairobi, and that is why 2 points were given to Kenya. In the end, those 2 points ensured that they could go into the semi-finals as well in 2003, combined with a whole host of other results as well. So, will Australia abandon their game against Afghanistan and Mumbai? One hopes that is not the case. Politics aside, social issues aside, maybe 2 points are at stake. Ensure that Australia play there and get the full 2 points. If Afghanistan beat them, get the full 2 points. So there is one simmering tension that is there in the backdrop of the Afghanistan versus Australia encounter at this point in time. Now, essentially now in the semi-final race, only one spot is remaining. You can very well assure that Australia will take the third spot because they are not losing to Bangladesh. They aren't losing to Afghanistan. Afghanistan had put up a fight, but Bangladesh, I'm sorry, they are not putting up much of a fight. So there are three teams in the fray for one spot: Pakistan, New Zealand, Afghanistan. If Afghanistan win 2 games, Pakistan are out because their net run rate, they might have gotten a slight boost, but remember, Australia will win against Bangladesh, they'll get to 12. Pakistan at best can get to only 10 points. If Afghanistan win 2 games, then they will reach 12. Pakistan can't get to 12. So Afghanistan have to lose all their remaining games. So they have to lose to Australia and South Africa. What about Pakistan? Simple, beat England. If they beat England, they have to hope Sri Lanka beat New Zealand. Now, if the equation that we kind of figured out was that if New Zealand beat Sri Lanka by 1 run, then Pakistan need to beat England by 131 runs. What is the equation while chasing? That is yet to be determined at this point in time. So, Pakistan, they have to hope Sri Lanka beat New Zealand and that New Zealand do not win by any margin whatsoever. So that's the situation that is there with New Zealand. If New Zealand win, Pakistan's chances are all but done because the net run rate differential is too much. They have to win by a massive margin of 200 or 250 runs to ensure that they can overhaul New Zealand in that case. So that is the current situation that we have got. Afghanistan, simple. Win 2 games, they're through. But their next 2 games are against Australia and against South Africa. So that is a big, big blow for them if they lose both their games. Now, as far as today is concerned, November 5 is a very special day for all Indian cricket fans and for cricket fans because it is the birthday of Virat Kohli. Happy birthday, Virat Kohli. Thank you for redefining greatness. Thank you so much for changing the modern era of cricket. Because in everybody's judgment book, there is Virat Kohli and then there is the rest. Fab Four, as I may say, as I pointed out a Formula One analogy yesterday, there is Virat Kohli on top. 50 to 55 seconds behind are the rest of the pack. That is the dominance of Virat Kohli. And remember, in this entire decade from 2010 till 2019, he was the only individual to score 20,000 runs combined in all formats. And when it comes to ODIs, ultimate chase master, ultimate run machine, whatever you may have to call it, Virat Kohli is truly redefining whatever is greatness. And remember, Virat Kohli as an individual has also transcended. I mean, he's an alpha male when it comes to fitness, one of the fittest athletes in the world, plus a caring father, plus caring husband. Every single aspect Virat Kohli has a big tick on it. So fantastic achievement. He is turning 36 today. 1987, November 5, Virat Kohli was born and he's redefined greatness ever since. I mean, just look at the impact. After Sachin Tendulkar retired, we all felt, oh, who will fill that void up? In stepped Virat Kohli, and look at the way how he's changed world cricket with his consistency. All 3 formats. What a beast he's been. ODIs, tests, you look at it, against the greater nations, in their own home conditions, Virat Kohli has achieved it all. So if he wins the 2023 ODI World Cup, it will be the ultimate gift. And yes, he's closing in on a milestone. He might achieve century number 49. We don't know. But I think Virat Kohli is the kind of individual who wants to ensure that he gets the team home first. Milestones can be later. So it's very, very important to understand how big Virat Kohli is. And at 36 years of age, he continues to be the greatest. And that is why I would say that it is truly a spectacular achievement. Congratulations and happy birthday from the entire cricketing fraternity, and happy birthday to Virat Kohli. Tributes have already started pouring in. Yuvraj Singh put out a tweet stating that how his journey has been ever since he came into that dressing room and 2011, the exploits that was there. Now, how has Virat Kohli redefined Indian cricket and world cricket for that matter? Cricket is forever grateful to Virat Kohli for all the achievements that he's done. So, happy 36th birthday, Virat. Thank you so much for making our decade so wonderful. And if we look at it in the world of other sports, India women's hockey team, they are setting a new benchmark. They have reached the final of the Asian Champions Trophy where they will take on Japan. And because of that, they beat South Korea 2-0 in the previous league game. They had won 5-0 against them. So the India women's hockey team are also on an upward curve when you have to look at dominance. So congratulations to the India women's hockey team. They are now in the final of the Champions Trophy, Asian Champions Trophy, where they will hopefully look to beat Japan. On the other hand, in the world of chess, history has been created. Pragnananda already in the candidates. Now his sister Vaishali has also qualified for the women's candidate. So the brother-sister duo are in the candidates 2024, and it is a fitting tribute to the efforts of Ramesh Babu and Nagalakshmi for the way how they have propelled these two kids up. Pragnananda is already in the candidates after a fantastic showing in the World Cup. Yesterday, when Vaishali bet world champion Tang Zongyi, she qualified for the candidates. And not just two, you could have even three or maybe four Indians in the candidates next year, because Vidit Gujrati in the Grand Swiss tournament is tied on top with 7.5. The final round happens today. If he wins that, and if no one else can get there, then he will join Pragnananda in the candidates in 2024. On top of that, even Arjun Erigaisi, he is also trailing by just 0.5. He too can make a jump to it if and only if other results go their way. Remember, the winner and the runners-up of the Grand Swiss tournament, two spots, they go to the candidates automatically. So it will be a big, big feat indeed if Vidit Gujrati and Arjun Erigaisi get to the candidates tournament. Already, Ramesh Babu, Pragnananda and Vaishali are in the candidates tournament. So it's a big, big feat to them. Congratulations for a magnificent feat indeed. Now, looking at the way how the situation is in this World Cup, we have all seen that yesterday there was Premier League action. Marcus Rashford, on the other hand, could not play for his side because he was given a rap on the knuckles for visiting a nightclub late at night by the manager. So that is why a lot of action happening even in the Premier League also at this point in time. So there is one question that has been Mayank Taplial is like saying, sir, any words of spectacular in the 175 by Sachin Tendulkar in the ODI match versus Australia and Hyderabad? Yes, it was the greatest innings by Sachin Tendulkar, and it reminded me of the 90s. Every single time Sachin Tendulkar carried the burden of the nation on his shoulders. When he fell, everything else collapsed. India lost that match by 3 runs, and it was heartbreak truly. I mean, you saw the likes of Ravindra Jadeja, he just could not get his team over the line at that point in time. Everybody else, the lower order, choked. But Sachin Tendulkar's knock was simply out of this world. I mean, he truly showed why he is one of the greatest at this point. So yeah, special innings by Sachin Tendulkar at that time. So Ram Lakhan Meena saying, "Aaj barish aayegi ya nahi?" Nahi. Today in Kolkata, no rain. There is going to be no rain whatsoever. Yesterday, all the rain and overcast conditions happened. Today, according to the weather forecast, bright and sunny. No rain interruptions. Full game you will enjoy today at the Eden Gardens. So, lots is at stake here. Remember, if India win today, top spot is all but guaranteed. That's the situation. And they will play in Mumbai, barring a miracle if New Zealand lose to Sri Lanka and Pakistan beat India. Beat England in Kolkata. If that happens, Pakistan are at 4, India are at 1. India will play the semi-final in Kolkata. So remember, if Pakistan make it to number 4 and India are at 1, then the semi-final which India were essentially scheduled to play in Mumbai, they'll play in Kolkata. 2 and 3 will happen in Mumbai. So that is the current situation. Sai Dattu, thank you so much for your comment. And thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be live at 1:10 p.m. for the India versus South Africa build-up. So thank you so much, folks, for joining us. Tap that bell icon to know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.